What have I told you guys? That there is a deck out there that can pretty much annihilate all your opponent's security, giving you the 100% win condition to finish them off, winning your games, which is absolutely insane. And this is where Galacticmon makes a comeback. So let's go ahead and talk about this archetype and build, which came out in BT11, and it really just comes from the first thing of Vemmon. This Vemmon is one of the more unique cards out there in the Digimon card game because it allows you to break the rules where you can play up to 50 copies of it in your deck. Now, you don't want to play all 50. You want to play like a decent amount in your deck because what you want to use it is use its main effect by suspending itself to help you search for your eventual pieces to Digivolve. Snatchmon, Destromon, Galacticmon, and fusionize the option card, which is going to be really important for your combos later on. As you also get to tuck in extra Vemmons into your sources. And by tucking in more Vemmons into your sources, that's where you can start reducing your Digivolution costs as you go into your 4, 5s, and 6s as well. In most cases, with the BT11 one, it helps you reduce your Digivolution costs of getting into your Destro and Galacticmon, but we have these newer ones as well, which helps you search with the BT18, and with the new one from BT21, it helps you recover a little bit of resources back from the trash. Now, I did jump a little bit on the eggs. Right now, I'm running the new BT21 Suimon. As long as you have 4 or more Vemmon in its Digivolution cards all turns, this Digimon gains extra 3000 DP. With that, you can bump your Galacticmon into ginormous numbers, 17k, 20k, and it's pretty much almost indestructible at that point, which makes it incredibly powerful. Now let's go into the level 4s. You mainly play Snatchmons, and there's 2 kinds. The new one from BT21 helps you search, and with its inherent effect, helps you delete something that's 4 costs or less. And then there's the slightly older one from BT18, which is more versatile because you can either Digivolve into it and then tuck more sources underneath with Vemmons, or you can actually Digicross by utilizing sources from the trash, pretty much playing this card for 2 costs, since you can Digicross up to 4 different Vemmons, and then pretty much immediately help you reduce your Digivolution costs to get into a Destromon if you want to, or even to Galacticmon. Otherwise, you can also use this end of turn to Digivolve if the memory gauge ever passes to your opponent's side. Its inherent effect is going to be really important, as I was explaining some crazy combo a bit later on. But also once per turn, when you tuck sources from underneath back to the bottom of your deck, you pretty much get to unsuspend and gain blocker. And now for Destromons, we're playing 2 different kinds. First is the promo one, which can also Digicross or you Digivolve for 5, and when you get into this guy, you pretty much get to delete your opponent's Tamers and Digimon, which is really great, fantastic removal. And for the newer one for BT21, it pretty much de-Digivolves your opponent's Digimon as removal, but also protects you from being de-Digivolved or having your sources trashed, because what the effect does, it prevents your entire stack, any cards within the sources or within the top stack itself, from being trashed at all. And if this Digimon would ever leave the battle area, you can float a Vemmon within the source's back so you can continue to play the next turn still. And the other purpose of both Destromons is to pretty much mitigate your opponent's attacks by either stopping them entirely or redirecting it into your big Galacticmon stack. But here now, let's talk about the newest BT21 Galacticmon. That is your main boss of the deck as you want to get into it. And once you get into it, you want to make sure that you can tuck 4 Vemmon text cards from your trash underneath it so that you can use a Ragnarok Cannon from your hand or trash for absolutely free. Aside from that, Galacticmon can just constantly delete any of your opponent's Digimon at the start of main. Using this option card, which we're going to jump a little bit ahead, pretty much deletes your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. And what this does, it sets up your win condition, because as you swing with Galacticmon, you utilize its delay effect to delete your opponent's Digimon. But you don't want to delete your opponent's Digimon off that effect, because after that, you get to trash all your opponent's security until they have 1 left. It doesn't matter if they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10, whatever it is, it puts them back to 1 left, annihilating everything as your Galacticmon goes for that final check. And this is where you're going to synergize with mainly your Tamers. Mostly going to be the BT18 Zenith, because it gives you a little bit of cyclability as you get to draw 1 trash one as you pitch away your Vemmons to set them up in the trash. But you have that secondary effect of whenever your Digimon attacks, you can return 2 sources of Vemmon from your stack to the bottom of the deck to de-Digivolve your opponent's Digimon. Fantastic for removal, but that's not the main point. The main point is actually to pull this off alongside together with the BT18 Snatchmon, so that you can unsuspend your Galacticmon and go for that final check. And then, since your opponent is at 0 security, you use it to swing again to finish the game off. Otherwise, the other condition is to simply push out a secondary rookie if you don't have the Snatchmon to unsuspend, and you can still pretty much perform the OTK almost absolutely out of nowhere. And it's basically a time-ticking bomb, which is incredibly strong, checkmating against your opponents. And as we move on with the other Zenith, the new one for BT21 is a memory setter and lets you play out Vemmons as you play this card out. So it's probably more of a one-time use card only. And then of course there is Fusion Eyes, which thrives the most in the later stages of the game, because once you lose your pieces such as your Destro or Galactic if they were in the trash, this helps you digivolve into them. And as a matter of fact, if you have a Snackmon already on the board, you pretty much pay no memory using this card, and you get to tuck additional Vemmon source underneath to further reduce your digivolve to climb into anything that you want to. So generally the early game plan is always make sure that you're suspending your Vemmons and utilizing their effects to tuck and add even more, so eventually when your opponents remove them, you have a bunch of them to utilize in the trash. You don't really want to chip away at your opponent's security unless you really need to, just because Ragnarok Cannon helps you do all of that anyways. It prevents you from giving any potential value against your opponent's security, such as tamers, boosts, anything that they may find, because this is how you secure your win condition. Eventually you go into your Snatch, digivolve into Destro, and pressure by digivolving into Galactic as quickly as you can, so that you can reduce your digivolution cost, manage the memory gauge effectively with all the cost reductions as you climb up, so then you can pretty much set up your Ragnarok Cannon along with Galacticmon, ready to finish your opponents off. And the archetype generally has really good defense because Galacticmon is not easily removable, because whenever it would be, you can just simply bomb deck 4 sources to keep it and stick it on there. It's not even once per turn, so the more sources you have, the even better. But that's it. Let's hop into some games and see if we can annihilate the opponent's security with this crazy deck right here. All right, Galacticmon, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
We're going second with a bunch of level 4s. Not ideal, not the greatest at all, actually, to be honest. We really want to have a Vemmon, so we're gonna mulligan this for sure. Okay, no, hopefully we find the Vemmon we want, so that we can start like tucking pieces underneath. Otherwise, if we're facing against Galacticmon, I'm really not that comfortable playing on the outside, just to like on play this and search. I mean, it's nice so then we can find pieces we need, but once you present a body out there for them to delete, you're really just gonna start like feeding into their craziness. Oh, okay, this is Digimon. Then looks like probably not Galacticmon. Okay, interesting. To drop this, but the safer play would be just to digivolve Vemmon and then digivolve the Snatch and then see from there. So we draw some cards, or we hard drop this and then we hope for the best and we find what we need, and then afterwards we kind of just play from there. So we could get severely punished, but chances are we should be able to find the Vemmon that we. But I'm really foregoing all these when digivolving effects, which is really unfortunate. But you know what? We'll just go ahead and put them to 1 here like this. Grab something we need. So now we can grab. What do I really want to tuck though? That's the thing. Add 1 and place 1 Vemmon in sources. Well, I kind of want to add the Vemmon, which is gonna be that, and I gotta tuck 1. I think tucking a Ragnarok Cannon. Oh no, actually no, I have to bomb deck these cards because it has to be, yeah. Only Vemmon can be tucked, but you can grab anything that is Vemmon in text. Yeah, chances are they're probably going to like a Gil X and then into Growl, and then they just pop. Oh nope, they go into this Growl. Interesting. Okay, so I'm still curious if this is like a red based Megidra or is it some Gallon that plays a little bit of like the purple stuff. We'll see. At this point, maybe I just digivolve into this Vemmon, cycle an extra card, and then we finally found this Vemmon, and then we can digivolve into this Snatchmon. They go to 3 anyways, so then, you know, we can play a little bit early outside here, I guess, for now, since the course have changed a little bit. Do I want the Zenith? I think I do want Zenith, because the D-Digivolve is going to be pretty crucial at some point, if they're playing Galacticmon, because this is a D-Digivolve by Tamer effect. Then we get to basically bomb deck. Yeah, we'll put 1. That's where we probably need Fusion Eyes, or we set up a Zenith. Okay, since they go into War Growl, this is quite likely going to be Megidramon, and then if they raid into us, no, it has to be effect. Okay, they're actually just going to straight for attacking, because I was going to say they could go into War Growl X, delete our Snatch, and then after that they can pretty much use the delay option to go into Megidra. And then I think Takato still lets you attack, but it looks like they could just go straight into Megidra here for the full 4 cost. With this amount of pressure into our security, we really need to start climbing up into something and start pressuring game. And with 4 memory, we should be able to get there, I feel like. Might be able to do that. Oh, okay, so Black Scramble, but the whole board gets nuked anyways, and they can play stuff back. Do they gain memory? No, they don't really gain memory here. So they definitely trash a security. Yeah, so it looks like you have to play something off Makira. And that's basically it. Looks like I think they mistimed their option there. But you know what? It's our turn. Let's just try to do things. Either Digivolve to Snatch. Yeah, I always want to save the Digicross one for later. So I'm gonna... Oh, I could even use like Black Scramble to Digivolve into it. I'd say I'll evo into this first. And then we find another one, then we can actually use both of them. Okay. I feel like I don't need the Zenith. Do I need another Galactic? Probably, just in case. I'll grab the Galactic. And then we get to the place two, place these two, and we can scramble into the Destro, which will allow us to delete the Tocado. So no memory starter, no memory for them. They only have 2 rookies like to work with. They're gonna have to find a way. And then next turn, we'll go into Galactic and do our stuff. But yeah, the whole point, the whole game plan is to resolve Ragnarok Cannon while the opponent doesn't have a Digimon on the board, to pretty much obliterate all their security and win. Like, force the opponent to do something. Do I want to use it? I don't think I need to use it. No, I'm not going to use it yet. I'm just gonna hatch. Let's Digivolve into a Vemmon first. So we don't use Scramble here, because I don't think there's a point in doing that. Yeah. So we're gonna go here. Oh wait, I need to check. Yeah, I do have 4 Vemmons. Yeah. Almost forgot about that one. I'll put as many as we can. Okay, now we get the Snatchmon here to unsuspend, right? No, this one deletes play cost. Anyways, we'll just put it underneath, and then we basically get to use Ragnarok Cannon. So now they're back at 1 memory, and they have 1 rookie to work with. They have 3 memory with the boost, so they can evo into a level 4. They can go into 5, and that's gonna pass their turn. Unless they crazily find like another Growlmon that plays them like a Tocado, lets them blitz as they go into the new War Growlmon to then Digivolve into Megidramon. But yet still, we have the protection on our side here. Yeah, we're getting there. Fingers crossed. Because the next turn, what I'm going to do is then simply just push out the Vemmon, and starting May, I'm just going to pop everything that they have and destroy it. Swing Ragnarok Cannon, trashing the last 4 security, or the 4 security, putting them down to 1. The Galacticmon is going to go for that 1 check, putting them down to 0, assuming there's no crazy bomb in there that deletes our Vemmon. The Vemmon that we push out as a rookie in raising is going to finish the game. And this is how you normally want to generally play with Galactic. You want to be patient, you want to manage the resources, manage the Vemmons effectively, which I still need to work on that one myself to really check my trash and make sure I'm analyzing that kind of board state. And by doing so, you don't really necessarily need to attack into your opponent's security. Generally, you actually don't want to, because if you chip, you give them value. You want to set up your Ragnarok Cannon. Ragnarok Cannon will do the work for you to finish them off once and for all. Okay, so they're going to go into this Growlmon here. Can they go into a Growl X? Which they do, which is going to give them that floating potential. But still, yet here is, unless they go for some Gravity Crush plays to gain a ton of memory, they're going to have to find a way to get into a level 5 and keep turns so that they can get into the Megidramon if they want to pull off their combo there. Man, this is so intense. It's like, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Digimon I designed, putting us to 1 memory. Okay, do we want to use this? Just double checking trash quickly. No, we don't need to use it just yet. We are just gonna push out, and we're gonna start a main. Delete. You get to gain your memory, and you get to play your Gilmon. Oh, actually, thinking about that, that won't stop them now then, because Ragnarok Cannon is gonna end up deleting that Gilmon. Okay. So we don't have game yet, actually. So let's cycle first, and then we put 1 under. Do we have a Snatchmon that has end of turn? We could go into the Snatch, and then end of turn, go into Destro, and delete that Gilmon. Yeah, we might just do this one. So we'll Digivolve here. Never mind. Oh my goodness. I said to myself, make sure to check the Vemmons. The Vemmon management is definitely... okay. I definitely made a really bad one on that part. Yeah, because for a split second I was like, okay, yeah, if I have 4 more Vemmons, I can Digivolve into Destro and delete that Gilmon X. But I forgot. I do not have any Vemmons whatsoever to utilize from the trash to delete that. Oh, well, the opponent's kind of back on the square one position again. They're gonna have to keep dropping rookies so that we can't like delete them all. Oh, okay, just straight into Grow X. So they're not gonna have the floating part here at all. Yeah, if they don't put down a rookie to delay the Ragnarok Cannon, next turn I will probably just have that anyways. Okay, so they keep on digivolving in the back. Is there a different play around this? I guess, again, always possible chances of surprise gravity crushes, and then they could just make a ton of plays out of nowhere. Thinking back, what could have been the better play in the previous turn? I felt like there was no other way. Oh, I guess I could have just digicrossed a Destro straight up for 5 cost, putting on 5 memory. Oh, okay, so they're just gonna digivolve into this War Growl, which is gonna let them play. Oh, they play a Takato. They don't play a Gilmon. Okay, then this is it. Yes, there's no need. There's no need to return. We're gonna unsuspend. We're gonna go ahead and try to finish this off. Has to be, right? There's no floating anymore at this point. Okay, we're good. We're chilling. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Let's just go for it, right? Do we need to play around Crimson Blaze or anything? Maybe, just in case? Crimson Blaze is technically a thing. So we'll put it under this, and then if we Evo reducing by 3, yeah. So we should be able to Evo here. And then we can also just pretty much get rid. Oh, no, sorry. I can only Evo from trash. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Forget what I was about to do. We're just gonna go for it. Yes. Ragnarok Cannon, do your thing. Trash all security until 1 is left. And the final check is a 5k. And then we finish it off with Snatchmo on the side. Okay, I almost messed that up. Oh my goodness. But we got it. Okay, we're going first. Is this a good opening hand? Not really, I'd say. Unless if I like find everything I need with that Vemmon. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna mulligan this one. Okay, these Vemmons are probably more ideal to see. We can just keep like digivolving, and then I guess I'll play one out. Ideally, it would be nicer to have a Tamer as a follow-up game plan, but this is what it is. We'll work with whatever we have. All right, let's go. Wonder what we're playing against in this matchup. So let's just digivolve first, and our only choice is to drop this other Vemmon. And then next turn we just do both of them, and then suspend, and then just pretty much cycle our way through. Ooh, I think we're against Adventure here. Now, of course, I haven't played this matchup before either, so this is gonna be the first time to see what it's like in terms of Galacticmon against Adventure. So looks like they're gonna go for a search right off the bat. They can grab pretty much 2 targets off of this, which is why the Biomon is like one of the best searches in the deck. You get to grab a Digimon plus a Tamer or option. Like, yeah. Okay, so they got Wargray, and then they also get to have the Friendship Memory Boost set up there. Pretty good reveals, or pretty good searches here, I'd say. So the tricky part is like, do I really have a really solid turn 2 play here? Oh, actually, no, I do. I was gonna say like, critically speaking, like not really. But we're just gonna go cycle through first, grab stuff we need. We can only grab, yeah, the Snatch. Then we'll tuck a Vemmon. Then we'll do the same here. We just want to rack up as many Vemmons as possible. I need a Destromon more than anything else, though. I mean, actually, more like Ragnarok, but this is okay. Being able to digivolve is nice. But yeah, these are just gonna pretty much get bomb decked. And then I'll just hard play the Zenith, put them to 1, which I don't mind at all. Because if they want to get rid of our Vemmons, then I just drop out the Snatchmon. And then the Snatchmon can digicross from trash anyways, and then I could just go into Destro and like... This one de-digivolves, so not being able to release stuff is not as good, I guess, in this particular situation. But if they do climb up to a stack, we can really slow them down, which wouldn't be bad either. Yeah, so to go into this Angemon, Angemon's going to go play out a Tamer, and then once they do that, then they're going to go into probably like a level 5. Wonder what Tamer they have to play off of this. Oh, the blockers. Okay. Yeah, when it comes to Adventure, once they set up like 2 Tamers with like different colors, like they're really gonna start going crazy. Tentomon is definitely a huge counter to us, because oh, okay, I see. Digivolve, drop, Digivolve, and then basically bounce. Yeah, okay. Angelomon's crazy though. Angelomon, you just pretty much get to Digivolve that Angemon into like another level 5, and they can pretty much alliance and attack. And yep, here comes the Garuda. Okay, so that's gonna go for pretty much like 3 checks into our security if they want to. Wow. Yeah, Adventure is just crazy. And I'm not super confident if we have like a perfect answer the next turn. Again, if we don't have Ragnarok Cannon, yep. Gains Alliance, gains Security Attack +1. They can DP reduce us as they attack as well. Getting rid of one of our Vemmons, which we know it's gonna happen either way. Generally, we don't mind because it's part of the game plan to have stuff in the trash for us to use. I'm just hoping we can get some value out of the security check. Okay, this is not too bad. We'll get to play out something. Yeah, I would use it and trash the rest and no Vemmons to play. Okay, we gotta play around the Wargrey Ace. We gotta play around a potential Metal Guard Ace as well. So let's just start with Zenith and Cycle. Then let's just Digivolve here in the back as well, because they don't have a whole lot of Vemmons to work with here. If I bait out like them from acing, then I could just Digicross the Snatch, go into this Destro, and pretty much like work my way from there. Yeah, since the Tento's not out yet, I want to see if they would go for the Ace. Let's see what happens here. I'm just really curious. I think that's kind of like the position we want them to be in. I know I say you generally don't want to ship with Vemmon and Galactic, but that's exactly what I want. Because if they go into it... Oh no, they get Digimon Effect Immunity. What am I thinking? Ah, man. No, that means we just fed into it then. Well, it depends on what they give the immunity to as well. Okay, so obviously they give it to itself, delete something. Now we could just Digicross here. And what do we do from there though? That's the question. But yeah, let's Digicross first. We'll try to use sources from our trash. We want to use one from... Start using one from hand, right? Because we get to tuck one. How many do we have though? We still have quite a couple, I think. And we'll do one from hand. And then it's just a matter of which Destro we want to get into. Probably one that takes out the Tamers, right? Oh no, I keep forgetting. I think, yeah, it has to be the one from the trash anyways. So we're gonna have to go into this one. That deletes them. Okay, that was some... We can take out the Angewomon if we want here. Or do we want to take out the Tamer? You know what? I think the level 5s are more dangerous generally. So we'll go for that. Now we could scramble into Galactic. Do we have... No, I should have went for the Tamer because the Ragnarok Cannon would have gotten rid of the Angewomon either way. Ah, I definitely misplayed that hard. Because this is not gonna... Oh no, wait, hold on. No, this is an option. This is an option. Okay, never mind. I'm being crazy here, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, what do we want to do here? That's the question. I probably just drop this Vemmon. Search. Do I want to grab a Snatch? I think I need a Snatch here. What do we want to tuck under? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's tuck it. Yeah, we'll tuck it under this Galactic here for now. And we'll Digivolve into this. Oh no, we should have tucked it underneath there. Because then we could have passed them the 2 memory instead of 3. Apologies, guys. I feel like I'm making so many suboptimal plays at the moment. But okay, select one card. I think I generally want this one. Yeah, I should have. Because then I could have went into Destro, popped that Tamer. Yeah, no, I should have put it underneath. Could have played that way better. Okay, but now here, again, it's putting them into that position. You come out, can you do your thing? Are you able to, like, answer this board in particular and do stuff? If not, I got you pretty much the next turn kind of thing. Kind of like playing chess. Not checkmate, but it's like check right here. Can you do it? Can you answer? Can you get rid of us? If you can't, then it's checkmate, you know? Okay, let's see. So they have to come out with a Tento. I think they should have dropped that Tento a little earlier if they could have. Because then that would have stopped us from reducing all these Digivolution cards because the Tento is so crucial to stopping and counting Galacticmon. It's definitely a very important key card that could actually just save you and buy you so much more time. It makes it far more difficult for the Galacticmon player to actually play. But anyways, they're gonna grab stuff here. Are they just gonna play out the Biomon, I guess? If they play out Bio, do I have a Snatch to delete a 4 cost? I do not actually, I think. Oh no, I do. So if I have Zenith, I can do the combo, I can pop. Yeah, I basically get to clear their board and then use Ragnarok Cannon. Now with only 1 memory, I'm curious, what are you gonna do? Can you get into level 5? But you go into level 5, you're not going to be able to do too much, I'd say. You pressure another ace, but I'm going to delete you before that happens too. So we'll see. But yeah, I definitely could have like made the board situation way better in my favor. There were 2 opportunities for me to actually take down that Tamer, which I didn't. Oh my goodness, guys. Well, learn from my mistakes. you can take out that Tamer because Galacticmon has a crazy amount of tools to help you pretty much like deal with the opponent's board. So they bomb deck that. We do not need to use Scramble at all. We are in a very, very good position. We're just gonna push this out. We are gonna use we're gonna use this. Pitch one, draw one. Yeah, we'll delete the Garuru here. They're gonna grab something back, but then we're just gonna swing with the Galactic anyways, and then it's gonna use this using Zenith to pretty much allow us to. I think that we get to unsuspend as well. But we kind of want to de-digivolve, but the whole point is not to just de-digivolve. The whole point is really to bottom deck the 2 sources so that we can proc out all of our other effects. So we're going to make sure to use Zenith first before Ragnarok Cannon. Because if you use Ragnarok Cannon right here, right now, you're going to end up deleting the Biomon and you're not going to be able to trash your security. So yeah, we're just going to bottom deck these 2 Vemmons. And then the Snatchmon will become the newest trigger, which will, one of them will let us unsuspend, and the other one will let us delete a 4 cost or lower. So we get rid of that Vemmon. Now we finish off with Ragnarok Cannon, annihilating their security once again and going for the final check. And here we have the Galactic unsuspended and Galactic for game. Wow, that's crazy. Oh my god. Playing Galacticmon, I can see why it's so fun now. This deck is crazy. This deck is absolutely crazy. Okay, first, no Vemmons, so I'm just gonna mulligan this because I can't really see what the ideal first turn play here is. Like, even if I go for Zenith, yeah, no, I think yeah, Vemmon. Okay, now this is better. Vemmon plus Zenith. This much better, much better. Okay, so Digivolve into Vemm. Then now I am probably just gonna drop this Vemmon straight up. I mean, not Vemmon, sorry, Zenith, which is gonna be our memory setter. We're gonna cycle through the top 3, get to play something out, but that's totally fine. We don't find anything, we grab something. We have Ragnarok Cannon to work with already. We don't need another Zenith. I think this Snatchmon is good because we get to search off of it. So I'll grab that and then we'll trash the rest. Now we have a Ragnarok Cannon set up, which is good. And then we can pretty much like start to search and cycle there. Oh, against Examon. Okay, this can be really tough because Examon is actually really strong, I think. Like, if they're able to get to that cool combo line before we're able to set up, I think it's pretty difficult to out it just because they have those kind of protections that they have, right? Evade. All of our deletion is mainly like deletion. Otherwise, we're gonna have to rely on the Destromon that de-digivolves them. But yeah, we'll see what we can do from here. We don't want them to have 2 bodies on the board though. That's the scary part. Let's do the main effect first. And okay, so we want the de-digivolve or the deleter. I feel like I want the deleter for now to get rid of that Draco if I can. And I'm gonna digivolve into Snatch, and then I'll grab this. Yeah, we'll just do that. So chances are they may still need to find some of their certain pieces because they only have 6 cards in hand. So I can bank on that a little bit there. Because otherwise, I guess my other play was to drop a Vemmon and just call it. But there's nothing I want to grab back from Trash either necessarily. So yeah, we'll see what they do. Because they can't just Digivolve and then kind of like, yeah, go into a 5. They can hard drop another 5. And then pretty much just end of turn DNA into Exa. They are going to give us quite a lot of memory, but establishing the Exa as soon as possible for them is going to be better for them against us. But again, if we lose this stack, it's not the worst because we do have another Snatch. We do have a Fusion Eyes to work up all over again. So we just need to find a Galactic at this moment because we have pretty much every single piece we need. Oh, okay, so they're going to go straight into this. Okay, there they go, yeah. Hard drop the 5, Evo into Groundra, and then now they can end of turn DNA into Exa. The scary thing is like, are they going to go into Ace or are they going to go into the old one? We can unsuspend. Yeah, end of turn DNA. Here it comes. Which Exa will it be? Okay, the old one, of course. Now, how can they control the board here? Does it have evade though? It doesn't have evade, right? No, it does. It does have evade. Oh, it can attack too. The Breakdra, yeah, the new Breakdra is so good. Oh no, now we're just gonna get our board annihilated. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. This is not good. Bye-bye, Zenith. We can play around D-Digivolve. So we can just go here, put them to 1, and then go from there. We found a Galactic. Okay, we'll go here and see what we can do from there. I gotta see if I can get into a Snatch and keep turn, Fusionize into Destro, and then see if I can still keep turn to get into Galactic. Or I Fusionize straight into a Galactic. Really comes down to what kind of value they can give us in security too. Yeah, I had a feeling that this is a tough matchup. Examon is actually really good right now. Ooh, okay. This is really good. Gotta de-digivolve it somehow. Oh no, X. There's pretty much like 2 instances of evade. Possibly this one. Guess here we go. Yeah, next turn it is pretty much lethal for us. Okay, it is what it is. We grab this. We put this. Put this one. I don't think it matters. I mean, this one is Destro or Galactic, and then this one is Vemmon and Tex. I think either way we're reducing Digivolution costs as we go up. I guess actually it is somewhat important because we want to go into Snatch and still keep turn. Yeah. Oof. Almost screw that one up too. We'll go for we'll go for these 2. And then we fusionize? Oh, we don't. We don't have a Galactic to go into. Can we even fusionize to go into a Destro for free? Because if we can't, I think this is almost over. I can't see what line of play I can get here. Can I end up turn? 4 more sources? Digimon to Vemmon and Tex from hand? Okay, I need to do some math here. 1, 2, 3, and then that is going to be for 0. So I put 1 in, that's going to reduce by 4. So it's still going to cost 1. And if it costs 1, oh no, I could actually fusionize Tuck, don't Evo, and then fusionize Tuck again. Okay. I think we can do that. So fusionize Tuck. We'll Tuck this. Yep. Get the Digivolution card. Select one Digimon that will Digivolve. No selection. And then we'll go for the second one. And then we'll place this in there. And then we'll choose this to Evo into Destro. And I think our best bet is just scramble and call it. Scramble into Galacticmon. Yeah, we can't pop anything. They're just too big. Yes, we will have to use 1, 2, 3, and we could just put a fusionize, right? I guess let's just put this. Well, Ragnarok Cannon. Gonna have to delete that breakjaw, and then we try our best to go from here. Yeah, because next turn, if we don't establish this board with this Galactic here strong enough, they come out rookie. X is gonna pretty much swing twice. Breakjaw can swing once, and then the Draco can finish off the game. So here we're still living, at least living. This is an intense game. Ooh. So the thing is, if we can break through this Exa and clear their board, then we are in a perfect position. But if we can't, yeah, okay, so they're gonna go ahead and attack. We get to trash our security too. If we redirect here, we force them to evade. But do we lose our DP? I may have miscounted my sources then, right? Anyways, we have to pick 2 either way now. No, our DP's still good. Yeah, our DP's still good. We use that, unsuspend, gain the blocker, stop the attack, can't delete them, so they evil their prior, which is smart. Now, what are they gonna do here? They have to evade, right? Okay, Wingdra. Oh, they're gonna trash our sources. Okay, they're gonna take out all our Vemmons. So we just, yeah, we don't need to use this. We'll just hatch. Galactic can delete absolutely anything, which we'll do. We're gonna attempt to delete that X. Then we'll use this. We'll trash a Vemmon. We'll trash this one. You want one? We'll Digivolve here. And then I could just Ragnarok Cannon right here. I don't see why not. Yeah, they don't have evade. They can't protect themselves. Okay, then we just set ourselves up for the next turn. 2 memory with nothing on the board. Let's see what the Exa can do. Can we call this checkmate? Digivolve into Cordra in the back. 0 memory. Groundra. That threatens an ace, technically. Oh! That is smart. No, I will not use. I will push this out. I will use Galactic first to delete you. Okay, let's see how we can manage our memory here a little bit, because I want to put them to perfectly at 1. I have 8 memory to work with. Yes, I will toss away this Vemmon, and now I have 9 to work with. Okay, let's do this first. See what we find. And grab a Destro, add 1 underneath. I guess the question was that even necessary? Because I could have Evo for 3. Could I have get into Galactic and still kept turn? Maybe I could have. Okay, either way, I made that play here. So I am gonna pretty much prepare to give them 1 more turn to work with. But did you roll for 3? Yeah, I'm gonna grab Galactic at 2 under. We'll just do that. I guess the priority is to just give them as little memory as possible. I guess I could have just, yeah, with that 7 memory, I could have found a way to evil like. Yeah, so this does actually give them a chance, because now they just hard drop like they drop the wing. Yep, they can Digivolve and then they can DNA. Oh, they keep us locked down, huh? I see. No, I don't need to. Not use and not use. Catch. Yeah, let's just gain a ton of memory of Zenith. Use, toss this away. A 1. We'll use this to get rid of Roundra. And we'll use this to toss this away. Draw 1 back. Then we'll Evil here. Go into Galactic. Use. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I would have been able to end it there just yet, because I still needed an extra swing, but this is almost pretty much checkmate, and then afterwards the following turn, I just pretty much put them to as little memory as possible. I think I really should have tried to find a way to put the Snatchmon underneath, or Digivolve into the Snatchmon to begin with, but I wanted to search there either. And that's it, guys. You just witnessed the crazy, insane power of the new Galacticmon. And yeah, me even playing at locals, I've been starting to see a lot of players picking up this deck just because of how powerful it can, just putting your opponents into checkmate positions. But yeah, having a ton of fun with that, and I hope you guys enjoy these games and learn from it as well. And if you guys enjoy these videos on DCGO and me playing on Sim, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content like this on the channel. We'll be back. Since we played against Examon that last game, I guess maybe for the next DCGO, it's time for me to test out the full power version with the Dracomon X and the new Examon X to see how that goes. But yeah, if you guys are excited, once again, make sure to stay tuned. And yeah, as always, you guys have a great day, great night, wherever you are. See you in the next video. And this is AVAULT signing out.